Hello, students. We all know the Indian summer, right? Months and months of hot, hot sun, and then suddenly the beautiful rains arrive. This is the story of our great Indian monsoon. Let's learn about the incredible journey of these winds and rains.
Have you ever wondered about this? It happens every single year. After all the heat of summer, the sky opens up and it rains. But why? What causes this big change from sun to rain? Well, the answer is not just in the clouds right above us. It's part of a huge journey that starts thousands of kilometers away.
So, let's begin our story. Before even a single drop of rain can fall, our country, India, has to send out a very powerful invitation. And this invitation is sent out during the hottest part of summer.
Okay, so during summer, as you know, the sun is very strong. It heats up the land, especially in the northwestern parts of India. Now, when the air above the ground gets very hot, it becomes light and it starts to rise up. When all that air rises up, it creates an empty space with very low air pressure. Let's pause and remember that. In short, the hot land creates a vacuum for the winds.
Now, nature always loves balance. So while our land is very hot and has low pressure, the huge Indian Ocean to the south is much cooler, so it has high pressure. This difference between high pressure and low pressure acts like a big magnet. It starts pulling the winds, which are full of moisture from the ocean, towards the land. So the land sends an invitation, and the rain-bearing winds start their journey.
The invitation has been sent out. Now, let's follow the winds that are coming to answer this call. Their journey is very special because as they cross the equator, they completely change. You know, the story of our monsoon doesn't start near India at all. It starts far away in the southern hemisphere. Over the warm waters of the southern Indian Ocean, there are steady winds blowing. These are called the southeast trade winds, and these are the winds that will one day bring rain to India.
For these winds to reach India, they first have to cross the equator, and when they do, something amazing happens. It happens because our Earth is always spinning. This spinning creates an effect called the Coriolis force. It's a force that gives a little push or a turn to moving things, like winds. So simply put, the Earth's spin gives the winds a turn.
So, as our southeast trade winds travel north and cross the equator to enter the northern hemisphere, this Coriolis force pushes them to the right. And it's not a small turn, it's a very sharp turn that completely changes the direction they are going in. After making this big right turn, the winds get a new name and a new identity. They are no longer the southeast winds. They are now the southwest monsoon winds. And because they traveled over the warm ocean for so long, they are carrying a lot of moisture. Therefore, the southeast winds are reborn as the southwest monsoon. So, by early June, these powerful southwest monsoon winds, full of moisture, finally reach the Indian peninsula. But they don't come as one giant wall of rain. The shape of our country causes them to split and take two different paths. Look at the map here. As the winds hit the southern tip of India, our peninsula acts like a wedge and divides the monsoon into two main branches. The one on the west is the Arabian Sea branch, and the one on the east is the Bay of Bengal branch. Now, the Arabian Sea branch moves north along our west coast. It hits the Western Ghats Mountains and causes very heavy rain there, reaching Mumbai around the 10th of June. At the same time, the Bay of Bengal branch moves towards northeast India, giving heavy rain to places like Meghalaya before turning west towards the Ganga Plains. In essence, the monsoon attacks India on two fronts. So, why do the Western Ghats get so much heavy rain? Well, this happens because of something called orographic rainfall. It sounds like a big word, but the idea is very simple. When the winds full of moisture hit the tall Western Ghats Mountains, they cannot go through them, so they are forced to rise up. As this moist air goes higher, it gets cooler, and this cooling turns the moisture into thick clouds, which then give heavy rain on one side of the mountain. Basically, mountains squeeze the rain out of the clouds.
All right, so the monsoon has arrived all over the country. But does that mean it rains every single day for 4 months? No, not really. The monsoon has a rhythm. It comes in bursts of heavy rain, and then there are dry periods with little rain. We call these breaks. To understand this pattern, we need to learn about the monsoon trough. Just think of it as a long belt of low pressure that forms over the northern plains of India. Where this belt is located decides where the rain will fall. So, when this monsoon trough, or belt, is over the plains, we get a wet spell with rain for many days. But sometimes this belt shifts north, closer to the Himalayan mountains. When that happens, the plains become dry, and the heavy rain only happens in the mountains. This dry period is called a break in the monsoon. So you see, the monsoon doesn't rain continuously. It takes breaks.
And one more thing adds to this. Sometimes, small but intense storms, called tropical depressions, form over the Bay of Bengal. They then travel along the path of the monsoon trough, and as they move, they make the rainfall much, much heavier. Sometimes, this can even cause floods. In short, these depressions are like fuel for the monsoon rains.
So we have seen how complex and powerful the monsoon system is. But what is its final impact on our country? Well, it is both a life giver and, sometimes, a big problem. The monsoon is very famous for being uncertain. It can arrive early or late, it can bring too much rain in one place causing floods, while another part of the country might not get enough rain and have a drought. This makes the monsoon both a blessing for us and a very big challenge, especially for our farmers.
This sentence explains it perfectly. Even though the monsoon is so uncertain, the entire country waits for it. From the south to the north, everyone is waiting. Why? Because it provides the water for all our farming. It fills our rivers and lakes. The monsoon truly connects the whole country together.
So the next time the sky becomes dark and you feel the first drops of rain, I want you to remember this amazing journey. Think about how this rain connects you with the rest of the country. And just observe. What changes do you see in your own town or village when the rains finally arrive?